let's bring him in since we're a little bit late, but we just want to be relatively on time for the host of the Club 520 podcast. Good to see Jeff Teague once again here on the program. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. That hat delights me. You know, I'm from New York City, so, you know.
I had my Dodgers hat on last time.
I noticed.
I had it switched up.
So is this just you being fair and balanced, or it just matches what you're wearing? Or is that how you choose a hat, Jeff?
I just felt like putting on a Yankees hat. No rhyme or reason.
No, I mean, that you know, for me, that stands for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, it does. That stands for New York City. That stands for greatness. It stands for continued excellence.
The second best team in New York.
I have a.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Mets.
Yeah, I've got a Met fan and a Red Sox fan here. I'm trying to trigger them. They're not biting right now, Jeff. They're not biting on me right now. They're not. There you go. See,
Respect.
You know.
I respect it.
Thank you. Okay. Anyway, good to see. My God, put your hats away. I don't care about your hats.
Well,
I'm the one
you brought it up.
So, what'd you think of the draft last night, Jeff?
I think it was an interesting draft. I think New Orleans won the draft, I would say.
Why?
I got two really good players. I think Jeremiah Fears he could be a star, and I'm really a fan of Derek Queen. I think they're two really good prospects.
So why do you think they're going to work for an organization that seems to be waiting for Zion to stay healthy? I mean, they just trade a whole bunch of players away. I mean, what do you think, Jeff?
Well, as a young guy, you want an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
And as a point guard, Jeremiah Fears, he's going to step right into that role, have an opportunity to play with DeJounte Murray being out with an Achilles injury.
Mm-hmm.
And, they just need talent across the board. Derek Queen, he fits a role that they don't have. I mean, they have a big man that played pretty good last year, a rookie that played good, but he can come off the bench in a 6-7 man kind of role and get an opportunity to make some noise. He can score the basketball at a high clip. He can shoot. He can play in the post. And with Zion playing 30 on the average, 35 games a year?
Yeah.
He's going to get an opportunity.
Jeff Teague here on the Rich Eisen Show. Our radio audience has just rejoined us. The Club 520 podcast is what you should be checking out with Jeff. What was your draft night like?
I stayed at home with my family. Michael Jackson died. I think that's today. He died on the day I was drafted.
So
my house.
Jeff, I was at that draft, 2000. Yeah. It was June 25th. So it was yesterday.
Yeah.
2009. Yeah, I was there.
Oh, yeah. My mom, I'm from Indiana. So Michael Jackson is like everything to people here in Indiana. So everybody was at my house crying.
They were at your house crying over the sudden passing of Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
and you're
they should have been crying for me. I'm about to change my family's life. They're crying about Mike.
I mean, you saw last night was a crying fest. You know what I mean? Like, everyone was crying last night, and it was awesome to see the emotion just pouring out of the families, of the, brothers or sons or grandsons or nephews that are getting their moments. And you're saying your family was broken up about Michael Jackson.
Yeah. We got PYT playing throughout the whole day, Smooth Criminal. All these songs are being played, and I'm sitting here waiting for my name to be called. And I got picked 19, so it's a long while.
You got through
waiting for a minute.
Through all of Off the Wall, right? You got through the greatest hits. You got the Jackson 5
Jackson
too.
5. Oh yeah, you know the Jackson 5 got played.
Oh my goodness!
I got my family crying and dancing at the same time.
Out there blaming it on the boogie.
So who called you finally? Like, or did you were you watching on TV and you heard your name called? What was it?
Actually, I got tricked. Somebody called me at like pick 13. It was Philadelphia called me. They had pick 17. And they were like, man, welcome to the family. They did all that stuff. I'm like, oh, snap. They was like, if you're there at 17, we're going to grab you. And then they said, Drew Holiday. I was like, what? And then I didn't work out. I didn't work out for many teams. So I didn't work out for Atlanta or nobody. So I didn't know where I was going. But I think I had a guarantee at 21 with New Orleans, and Atlanta picked me at 19.
So what is a guarantee like, Jeff? Like, tell me what a guarantee is, since that was a conversation so much regarding Ace Bailey over the last 72 to 90 hours. What is that?
Well, they basically told my agent if I was there at 21 that I wouldn't get past them. Like, they didn't think I would be there at 21. And it was just like, hey, if he gets to 21, we're going to take him. We're looking for a point guard, and we're going to take him. So I wasn't really nervous about getting picked, but it didn't happen, though. I was glad to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, what is a verbal guarantee worth anyway? You know what I mean? Like,
nothing, because I thought I was going to Philly, too. So.
Right, exactly. So that's why, the whole conversation, again, that you heard louder and louder over the weekend is that Ace Bailey wasn't working out here or didn't want to go to dinner with the Sixers there unless he got a guarantee. And he eventually gets drafted by Utah. What advice would you give him right now, Jeff?
I've seen number one picks not have a lot of success in the NBA. I mean, Anthony Bennett, not to call him out like that, but he was the number one overall pick, and he was out of the league in 4 or 5 years, maybe. Mm-hmm. You got to, embrace the role that you're given. And right now, going to Utah with a team like that where you just have nothing but opportunity, it's like the best role he could ever ask for. I mean, he's a scoring player, scoring wing or whatever. He's going to get more than enough opportunity to be that player. I think he should embrace that. But the league's not promised. I mean, you could have wanted to go to Washington, Brooklyn, or wherever you wanted to go and got there and not been successful and been out the league in 3 or 4 years. I mean, I've seen it happen. I think it's kind of a blessing that he got to go to Utah, to be honest.
So why is it so problematic for rookies to, in general, be so impactful in their first year?
The game is so different. It's a lot more space and you get more opportunities to make plays because it's a one-on-one. Nobody's sitting in the lane. But it's also you're going to a grown man game. It's guys on the team with kids, married, wives, and they're playing for their lives. They're not just going to come in and let you take their spot. And they're not just going to come in and cater to you. Like, when I came into the league, I had Mike Bibby, and he would give me advice, but I had some other players on my team. They didn't want me to do well. Like, you're coming in here to take my job, and that's really what it is. Honestly, if you're on that team, whoever's on Utah, Ace Bailey came to take your job. And they know that, so they're going to work hard too as well. And they're not going to they're going to help them because they want to win. It's a together thing, but they know that the writing's kind of on the wall for them.
I'll throw this dart. You want to put names to those teammates?
That didn't want me to do well?
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I know he's going to
thought about it.
Hey,
he thought about it.
You got it. Hey, what you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to say they didn't want me to do well because most of my teammates were more established. They all had big contracts already.
Right.
So I wouldn't say they didn't want me to do well, but they didn't want me to play more than them, I would imagine.
Yeah, sure. Did you ever take that approach with the rookies yourself?
Nah, because I remember what it felt like. So if I could help somebody along the journey, I'm going to tell them everything that I did wrong, and then you could apply it to however you want to go on your journey. But I would work out with younger guys. I would, even when I was in my 10th year, once I got past 10 years and I know I had all the NBA benefits,
yeah.
I was the friendliest guy in the world. I would help everybody. I set out a game so Tyrese Jones could get some more reps. That's my guy. But it's just like I wanted everybody to win because I know what that feeling was like when I felt like nobody wanted me to win.
Jeff Teague, Club 520 podcast right here on the Rich Eisen Show, NBA champion with the Milwaukee Bucks, 12 years in the league, back here on the Rich Eisen Show. So how do you think Cooper Flagg's going to work out? Give me your best guess as to what his rookie season in Dallas will look like.
It's perfect for him. It's really no pressure. He's going to a veteran team where the leader is Anthony Davis. Obviously, he's a MVP caliber type player when he's healthy. So he takes all the pressure off of Cooper Flagg. He doesn't have to go in there and be a hero. But now he gets a chance to just blend in with a team, probably average about 14, 15 points, 6 or 7 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, have a really good rookie year. And he's going to keep growing as a player. And eventually, 3 or 4 years down the line, we'll see him become a superstar.
3 or 4 years become a superstar is basically your crystal balling for this guy. And what about? Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
No, I think he's just a capable player. I don't think he does anything really great. I think he does a bunch of stuff well. He's a capable shooter. He can make a shot. He's a good rebounder, a good playmaker, good defensively. I don't think he does anything great. I don't think we look at Cooper Flagg and be like, oh my God, he's an unbelievable shooter, or oh my God, he's super athletic, the most athletic player we ever seen. He doesn't jump off like a Zion. When we seen Zion, we knew his athleticism was off the charts. When we see Steph Curry, we knew his shooting ability was off the charts. We don't see that with him. It's kind of like in a baby mode of LeBron. Like when you see LeBron, you knew he was a special talent, but we didn't know what he did great. But his playmaking was so high that we knew he could play point guard at that size. And I don't know if you can play point guard with Cooper at that size. I don't think his playmaking is there. But I think he's going to be a stellar pro. And as he grows and grows and grows, I think his shooting will get better. And everything, when you make basketball your full-time job, obviously you get better at it. So I think his shooting will get better and everything. And I think 3 or 4 years we'll be looking at an all-star, superstar type player.
And what about the Mavericks back in the NBA Finals? You know, there was some conversation during the draft coverage that the acquisition of, you know, the drafting of Cooper Flagg and Kyrie committing and, you know, the Knicks being denied the privilege of hiring Jason Kidd and Anthony Davis and, you know, Derek Lively, and we can go down their roster, that they are the team best equipped to prevent the Thunder from getting back to the finals. What do you think about that?
They are. They have a really good roster. They have to have a healthy Kyrie. And in the meantime, I'm interested to see if they could get a trade for another guard or in free agency to find a guard that can replace him for this year that he's probably going to miss. But once Kyrie gets back, this is a full team. They don't have really too many weaknesses. They probably can sharpen up the shooting a little bit because I don't know if Klay Thompson is locked into being Klay yet. I don't know. I'm still interested to see if he's going to find his shot like he had years ago. But P.J. Washington and all those wings and those bigs that they have a really good team to make a really deep run in the playoffs.
Jeff Teague, a few minutes left with the Club 520 podcast host right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Man, the Pacers came so damn close. Do you think if Haliburton was able to play Game 7 healthy, we would have seen a different result, Jeff?
Yeah, I think the Pacers would have won that game because the way he started off, we always want Tyrese to be aggressive. And some games he comes out and he's not aggressive at all. He's chilling or whatever. But he came out that game and it looked like he was on a mission. And it's going to be the greatest what if ever. And I think he's going to go down as a legend, obviously, in the Pacers organization in Indiana. And he's going to have the greatest what if ever. Like, what if I didn't get hurt? Would the Pacers won the championship? And I think everybody in Indiana, being from here, we all believe that they would have won.
You want to chime in on the subject du jour in the NBA, which is the rash of big-name players popping their Achilles during the playoffs, and the why, and it's not just obviously Lillard and Tyrese and Tatum. It's more than that. Do you have a theory, Jeff?
I don't. It's just been like it's been freakish. I mean, people have been playing basketball for years and years and years. I know people have torn their Achilles. I mean, Isaiah Thomas, like the first notable player I know who tore his Achilles, and Dominique Wilkins. But I'm not sure the rate that is happening. I just don't really understand why, or I'm not sure. I can't really put a finger on it. I know like Kevin Durant and Tyrese Haliburton and Damian Lillard, I know they all had calf injuries.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that played a role. I'm almost certain that played a role in them popping their Achilles. But like JT, I don't remember him ever talking about his calf or anything. So I don't know everybody's injury history, but it's definitely a crazy coincidence.
Well, I mean, there's that, right? They all wore number 0, and which is why TJ, resident Sixer fan of the Rich Eisen Show, is hoping Tyrese Maxey gets out of number 0.
You got to change that number, Jeff.
You know, he wants it out.
I used to wear 0, man.
Did your Achilles hold up?
Yeah, but my patella didn't.
So
yeah, maybe it's a soft tissue number, Jinx. But
it might be.
Why did you wear 0?
Gilbert Arenas was my favorite player at the time.
Okay.
And I had a high school coach. My junior year, my head coach of my high school team, he told me I would never play in the NBA. And when I went to I committed to Wake Forest. He was like, "You're never going to play. You're going to get 0 minutes."
Oh,
and at the time, I wore number 44 in high school. When I went to college, I said I was going to wear 0.
So it was a chip. It was a shoulder chip.
Love that.
Yeah. I was like, 0 minutes? Like, wow.
Yeah, that's something out of like, Maurice Jones-Drew wore 32 because he was a second-round pick, and that's the number of franchises who passed on him in the first round. So that's the sort of shoulder chip, uniform number is shoulder chip right there. Before I let you go, you wanna also bite on the Durant acquisition by the Rockets and whether you think, I mean, we just mentioned you think the Mavs, if fully constituted and healthy, represent a huge threat, if not the top threat in the West. What about Durant on the Rockets, Jeff?
Yeah, I love them getting Durant. I think Jalen Green's gonna be a really good player in the NBA. But if you can move him and get Kevin Durant, a full-blown star who's a basketball head, and I think KD has 4 or 5 good years left in him. I mean, most of his shots that he shoot are jump shots, and to shoot 50, 40, 90 from the field and 40, and you shoot mainly jump shots, I think you're going to be fine for the next 4 or 5 years. But he's a capable closer. We know that he can close. He's going to make big shots. He's going to get 26, 27 points a game. That's all the Rockets were missing down the stretch, a closer, and they got it in Kevin Durant.
Okay. I like it. Have the Knicks tried to hire you? You want to coach them, Jeff?
I've been waiting for the call. I mean, they called everybody else but me.
I know. I mean, they haven't called here yet. They lost my number a long time ago. But
what do y'all think about them asking every franchise for their coach?
Give them your scenario, Rich.
Do you want me to give him?
Please do. Please do.
Jeff, I just celebrated my 22nd wedding anniversary with my lovely wife, better half. Yes, she sometimes sits in this chair to guest host the program. Honestly, what's mine is hers, and that's the way I feel about her. That said, if ever the day comes where she says we're done, and we have to go our separate ways, I will call that the Knicks doing what they did. It would be like me calling Scarlett Johansson and seeing what's up there and asking Colin Jost for permission. And since, the reason why I would, knock on Scarlett's doors, other than the obvious reasons, Colin's also from my hometown of Staten Island, so clearly she's into handsome men from Staten Island. I would think, you know what I mean? She'd want to be part of New York City still. That's what the Knicks are doing, essentially, Jeff.
Yeah. When they called for Quinn Snyder in Atlanta, that's my guy. Quinn's my guy. Atlanta's my team. I was like, yeah, all right, we getting desperate. Like, Quinn's my guy. Atlanta Hawks. We didn't even have the best season, but now y'all calling about Quinn. Like, hold on now, chill out.
Well, maybe they called Quinn. They called Quinn because of various reasons. Obviously, he's a good coach. He's been in the league a while, and I think out of all the NBA head coaches, he looks the most as if he does shop on Fifth Avenue. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
He definitely get fly, but that's our coach. Me and Trae Young, we already talked about this.
Okay.
Look, Quinn not going nowhere. I was kind of offended when they even called. Like, do he look like he's for sale? No, we just hired him. We're trying to lock in what we got going down in Atlanta. New York, I should have kept Tibbs. I wonder what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna hit Tibbs back up?
By the way, I wouldn't mind it if they cycled back or circled back.
Hey, what they called it? Presser was like, psych.
By the way, if you want to talk desperate, if you want to talk what they've already done and has been publicly or made public, right, is desperate. Wouldn't it be on brand to cycle back and ask it for Jason Kidd one more time?
Why not?
Really, you haven't given him a long-term contract like you did, say, Udoka, or apparently Billy Donovan's going to get one. I don't know if Quinn Snyder's going to get a new deal out of it, but, why not cycle back to Kidd and say, just ask him one more time,
Why not? Put the pressure on him. Get Jay Kidd some more money.
Okay. There you go. Or Jeff Teague. Give him a call. Right. Thanks for doing this, Jeff. Really enjoyed it.
No problem.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate it.
And let me know if you're in LA at any point in time, or and if not, we'll Zoom with you anytime. Thanks for the convo.
Oh, no problem.
That is Jeff Teague,
right, Jeff.
co-host of the Club 520 podcast, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.